What's up? I'm here at the Celebration Barn here in South Paris, Maine with Sara Kunz, amazing hoop artist. How long have you been performing?
I've been performing just under 4 years.
Ah, cool. So how did you get started?
I saw my first street show in Prague.
Ah,
and
I
was
love
there.
Prague.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, the
great.
Bone Church.
Yeah.
I love the Bone
Kunahora.
Church.
But I saw a street show and I went up to the person afterwards and was like, oh, this looks cool and I kind of want to learn. Will you teach me? And they taught me. I did a show with them 3 days later.
What?
And then I was traveling through Europe and started doing shows.
Where in Europe have you performed? Or
Ooh,
a lot of places.
a lot of places.
Okay,
I ended up basing in Berlin where I worked indoors and in street.
Love Berlin. Berlin's awesome.
Where we met, actually.
Okay, so story. Sarah has the same birthday as me. Okay.
True story. Different
November
years.
9th. We met at a show, and then after the show, hanged out, and you had your birthday party. And I was like, hey, it's my birthday, so we all partied together.
It was
So
good,
that was fun times.
And we met in the Catacomb.
Yeah.
And then went to the party.
Okay, so the Catacomb, amazing circus, experimental center of the arts in Berlin. Very cool. Let's get back to, you started performing when, how old were you when you started performing?
Oh, that's a good question. 22.
22, okay.
22.
And this was just with hoop, yeah?
With hoop, and I was doing a little more acrobatics and contortion at this time, but I'm getting older, so I do.
I like that you have a variety of things. I mean, you just don't do hoop. You have a whole different show. And what stuff do you like to do performing?
In performing or in life?
Everything.
Actually right now I'm kind of getting into hat juggling.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Nice. It's nice to see more women juggle. I love juggling, but when a woman juggles, it's awesome too.
It's
right?
very exciting.
Yeah, it's great. So when you did hat juggling, are you starting out on hat juggling?
Yeah, I'm still pretty new.
Okay.
I'm working with one hat. I can do a shower with 3 and reverse cascade with 3.
So do you have other things you like to do, like in your show?
Why am I coconut tree?
Okay, what's that about?
So it's like a pole, but I made it look like a coconut tree with
Yeah,
leaves with the 4 people holding it, and I go up and I do hoop up there and silly dancing.
I think I saw something. You have a pineapple too.
Yeah, I have a pineapple helmet.
So Hawaii, because Hawaii is beautiful. Been there, and you're from Hawaii. Do you want to talk more about that?
I mean, go visit. It's great. That's
beautiful. Maui,
hard to put into words.
Beautiful ocean. You just gotta go. You
just gotta go.
One of the best places in the world.
And the people are great.
Where were you born in Hawaii?
I was born in Kona.
Kona,
on the west side of the Big Island.
Yeah. Hawaii.
Awesome.
So let's go back to, you're saying that you started performing with hoop, and now why hoop? What's that you like about hula hoop?
I mean, I just still love it, probably how you still love juggling. It just sticks with you, and there's always more to learn.
What made you love it? Is there a certain special like for me, I was at a high school and I was ninth grade, and I had this thing where everybody was seniors, and I won it. I won my first talent show, and that day I knew I love this. I want to do this for the rest of my life. Any crazy story that you want to share that you had that just got you like, this is what I want to do?
I don't think there was a crazy moment, but I realized about 3 months in, it just occurred to me that could be your job.
Yeah.
Which was so far from the world I grew up in. I think we had one circus ever that I saw growing up. And when I realized that, I was like, oh my God, this is a thing. And I just went for it, and there was always more to learn.
Very cool. Now, if you had any advice for someone that wants to become a performer, what advice would you give them?
I would advise them to find people to look up to. Always look up to somebody and always ask for help.
Is that what kind of you did when you were starting out?
I mean, yeah, people are really eager to help, I think, but oftentimes we're too shy to ask for it, or we don't want to look like we need help. We want to be like we want to pretend we're better than we are.
Yeah.
But I think asking for help is one of the best things to do, and then you can give it.
And you work with a lot of performers each day. You live in Boston. What's it like performing out in Boston? What's it like?
It's nice. The community is great. It's probably one of my favorite performance communities.
Where do you perform at in Boston?
I perform at Faneuil Hall.
Okay,
and
cool.
Harvard Square.
What's that like?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's great. The audiences are really nice. They're kind of mellow.
Big crowds and stuff? No worries, that's cool.
Sorry, YouTube.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all good. So what, big crowds, and how's it like?
Yeah, well, I just started, so I did my audition at the end of April. Then I got in, but I was touring in Europe.
Okay,
until
cool.
I came back, and then a week after I came back, I came here. So I've only done 2 shows there so far. It was great. You know, I went, my first show there was really silly. It was like 1 p.m. on a Tuesday, and it was super hot. And I
really?
Yeah, which is like, that's not a time you really go to see a show, you know, or go to work.
Everyone's getting ice cream or something.
Yeah, and it's super hot out, and there's no shade. But I did my show, and I was like, cool.
Nice.
Got the hot one out of the way.
Nice. So any crazy stories that you had when you're out doing shows, like any wild experience?
I got tons of crazy stories.
Okay, let's hear it.
Many to choose from. All right, the one people are always entertained by is it happened in Berlin.
Okay.
I was doing a show in the Berlin Lock Street Festival, and I just started. It was complete coincidence that I got in.
Cool.
But I had the full crowd. There's maybe 100 or 200 people there. It's just one of the pitches, and there's the sound guy, and they always have an angel, like your assistant, you know. And I'm doing my show. Everything's going great, and then this guy, out of nowhere, through a very clearly marked like audience edge, several rows deep, just somehow finds his way kind of into the middle of the pitch, and has very unaware of what's
He's not aware what's happening.
No, I think he's really drunk.
Okay.
There's a lot of drunk people in Berlin.
So
This guy's kind of wandering around, and I make a joke and an observation, but he just keeps going, and there's these
He's not noticing you at all.
No, he doesn't notice any, and there's a lot of people watching him, and he's just, you know, when somebody's really messed up.
Yeah.
And they were these big pots with little bushes in them, and he just, you got a GoPro so I can get up.
Yeah,
but
go for it.
He just like went up to the pot and started to take off his...
What?
Yes.
You're kidding me.
No, I am not joking. Started to move towards him and like motioned for the sound guy and my helper to come grab me, and they just, you know, gently took him and walked him off.
That
but
is
it
crazy.
was a thing that he was about to fertilize the plants on the show, you know. It was that's a good one. And
that's
that
a great
was in my
one.
first like 2 months of street performing. So it was a eye-opening experience.
Wow. That's a great one. I like that. That's funny.
Everyone loves a poop story.
Yeah. Who doesn't? Do you practice a lot now, or did you practice back then? What's it like when you prepare for shows?
I used to practice all the time. But now if I'm working a lot, I don't train as much. But when work is slower, I train much more, like in the off season.
And so what's it like training? Like what's a day in the life of Sara training? How do you prepare for a show if you're coming up for one and stuff like that?
I usually just I can run through most of the things in my house. A lot of it is, you know, scripted stuff and running through lines and remembering timing and doing music cues.
How do you like to prepare your act?
It's a lot of mix of things. Like there's a lot of physical theater stuff, more silent. There's also talking, especially in the States. There's a lot more talking.
How do you feel about talking compared to doing it without music? Do you feel better
I
doing
love
it without?
doing my show silent. I used to do my show silent
Cool.
a lot
Why?
in Europe. Well, in Europe, it's just like a different performance culture, and it's a lot easier for the subtleties of silence to be picked up on and understood by an audience.
So you're saying they would have more patience for a silent act compared to someone?
Yeah, maybe not even patience. They just have a different appreciation.
Okay,
Whereas here,
great.
you're like, all right, everybody, come on.
Yeah,
and they're really
Impress
happy to
me
watch
now.
you.
Yeah.
You know, and you can still be impressive, but be a little more still.
Yeah.
So I really
So you got the American style, you know, and then you have the European style.
Yeah.
It's totally two different worlds.
kind of, sort of.
Very cool. So what has performing given back to you?
Just a lot of love.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's just something that's part of you now. You've loved it, and now it's given back to you love.
And I think there's something really special about our work, especially when we interact with the audience, that they can feel what we feel when we feel great doing the thing we love, and we get to share that with them, and it comes back to us also. And people in the community, there's always love and helping each other.
Sweet Sara in the house. Sara Kunz, check her out. Thank you very much, Sara. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.
That was fun.